Shabbat Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halayim La Alahayan Awa Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai 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 Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai scattered across the earth. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson will be, The Lord Will Pass Over the Elect. And this lesson will be dealing with the PASACH, which is to say Passover in the Hebrew, which we're currently in. Right, the Passover this year came in March 5th at sundown, and it will end March 12th at sundown, right? It's a 7-day feast. And, Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai be edified. And, I have a good amount of scriptures to bring forth. So let's get right into it. Right, so first, I want to get the book of Judges, the 5th chapter. And the 11th verse, right? Because what we're doing is rehearsing the righteous acts, So let me get this. Judges 5:11. And it reads, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers, right? The archers is talking about those that shoot those missiles. And the noise is talking about that siren, right? That is going to go off during World War III. Right, and the places of drawing water represents captivity and servitude. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. Right, so let me jump to the book of Baruch, the 2nd chapter, verse 30. And it reads, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff-neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again unto the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land of Israel. Salakia. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Right, so now let me get the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Right, let me pull it up in a blue letter. Bear with me one moment. Leviticus 23. And I'll start at verse 1. And it reads, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Jumping down to verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. And the first day shall ye have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. Right, so the first day, which is the Passover, right, the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread is the Passover, right? That first day is a Sabbath, and the 7th day, which is the last day, is a Sabbath. Right? So, continuing on, let me get the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter, and I'll read this whole chapter. Lord willing. So if not, then I'll just, get the main points. And then you can go read the whole chapter on your own. Right, this is Exodus, the 12th chapter, verse 1. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, And the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep and from the goats. Which, that brings my mind back to Judges 5 and 11. The lamb that you do get, you don't know if it's without blemish. You don't know if it's a male of the first year. And you don't know if it was taken out from the sheep or from the goats. So once again, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. And furthermore, majority of things within the society, right, majority of products contain yeast. Right, I was, looking at the toothpaste, and the damn toothpaste has yeast, so we're rehearsing the righteous acts, just to bring that out again. So let's see, verse 6, And ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the houses, when they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Really quick, the elder Manata Zagba from the GMS South Carolina camp did a video, if I'm not mistaken, it was yesterday, and it was a reply to an individual's question that was posted on another video that he did, and the question was something along the lines of, can you eat oatmeal on the Passover? Just like the elder Manata Zagba said, if that individual's question was, can you eat oatmeal during the Passover? The answer is yes. But if his question was, can you eat oatmeal on the Passover, meaning with the actual meal of the Passover, the answer is no. Right? Because the Passover is its own meal. Right? Which is what we just read. Let me read it again. Verse 8, And it reads, And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Right? And just like the elder apostle Tahar stated before, if I'm not mistaken, the Passover isn't a lamb dinner. It's not no fucking party. It's a solemn and serious time. And you're to operate in a, come on, man. Fucking Siri. And you're to operate in a serious manner. Right, I said serious, and Siri did the thing where she takes in the information and replies to you. These damn devils, man. But sticking to the point, verse 9, Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with the legs and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Verse 12, For I, the Lord, will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. And it reads, I am the Lord. Verse 13, And the blood shall be to you for a token upon your houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And once again, in these times, the destruction to come will not be upon the elect, right? Because the Lord is going to pass over the elect, which Lord willing me, as well as you since you Akima Aguat out there, be a part of the elect, man. Right? And it's a scripture, I'm trying to think of it. Damn. Lord willing, it'll come to me. I think it's in the book of 2 Peter. Let me see if it's there. 2 Peter 3. Wherefore, beloved. Damn, man. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. Nah, I can't find it, but Lord willing, it'll come to me. And it's right on point, with that last verse. Or with what I was saying, what was being brought out, Salakia. Verse 14, and it reads, "And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations, and ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel." Salakia. "And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the selfsame day I have brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread, until the 21st day of the month at even." Right? Which regarding that shows that until the 21st day of the month at even is going into how it's a 7-day feast. Right? Because remember, the Passover is on the 14th day of the first month. 14 plus 7 is what? 21. See? So that's what that 1 and 20th day means. That's talking about the 21st day, right, of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto you, Salakia, to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come into the land, Salakia, come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as ye have promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover. who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed their head and worshiped. Bear with me one moment. Right. Continuing on verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. Verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone and bless me also. Right? Shoot, let me see. Okay, verse 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians, which the word spoiled. Salakia. Spelled it wrong. Hold tight. Spoil. It says,